Kawasaki.
See, that's just that hands-off experience that we live for. See, didn't even have to touch her. All right, I did for that, but that's different. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel for yet another Trackmaster review. And, well, not really unboxing, but I guess just look at something that I didn't have as a kid and that I'm excited about again. Yes, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the HiT Toys Remote Control Molly, a product I was never really lucky enough to get as a kid, but my good friend Jordan sent my way, so my little RC collection, it's getting there. It's almost complete. I mean, shit, we've got Percy, James, now Molly. I think the only one we have left is Thomas, and we have at least the classic HiT Toys range. Wait, no, there's Stan. Of course there's Stan. There's always, this is why I hate Trackmaster. All right, let's not get too far off track just yet. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the model. And I have to, you know, just right off the bat, it's a remote control engine. So, of course, there has to be somewhere to store the ridiculous amount of batteries these things take. As I'm sure you can tell, that is the tender here, which, I mean, what, this has to be at least triple the capacity the actual tender she has in the show is. We got a little bit of wear there to the back, but the stickers here are in phenomenal condition. She's not really missing too much paint or has a lot wrong with her. That's just kind of immediately noticeable how large this tender is in a comparison to the locomotive here. And as I'm sure you can see, though, let's be honest, it kind of makes sense. Again, these things have to hold, I think the engine alone is 3 AAA batteries, and then you need 3 more for the remote here. So these things take a lot, and it's gonna need to fit a lot. So, yeah, here's Percy. Like, look how big his little blue coach there in the back is. It does the same thing. It holds 3 AAAs, same as her tender. Of course, they're going to be a bit larger. Now, what other critiques are there? I guess maybe the Firebox. If you notice, similar to the RC James, this Firebox is huge. It's very... It's out there, I'm not going to lie, in terms of not only being noticed, but just not the most accurate. To be fair, it never really bothered me on James. It doesn't really bother me on Molly, though. It's a Trackmaster. I'm just happy to have a Molly that doesn't just go. You know, I can make her go reverse. I can make her do sounds. That's kind of cool. And like I said earlier, this is the HiT Toys version of RC Molly, and there's a couple things that kind of tell you that immediately. Now, HiT Toys and Fisher-Price both made RC Molly, but the Fisher-Price version did not have a white running board. That's pretty much how immediately you can tell if it's a HiT Toys version. And there's also, of course, the bottom, which has that HiT Toy Company logo there. Now, she doesn't have side rods, just like the normal Molly, but I have seen some people on YouTube and around the fandom just kind of customize their own, give her side rods, and that is possible if you ever want to. I don't think that's something I'm gonna try just because I'd like at least one of everything kind of intact and normal. There we go. I have an RC Molly. I don't want to mess her up just yet. And of course, this little black box you see here is the receiver. This is where she gets the control from the, well, remote control. That's how she gets whatever command. And again, here's a closer look at the bot. The face, I'm not gonna lie, on every Trackmaster Molly, or just Trackmaster Molly in general, it feels a little bit weird to me. It always has since I was a kid, but you can't say it's inaccurate. I mean, you look at that and you still think Molly. At least I do. Or at least if you're thinking about her giant face. Personally, I'm a fan of her normal, smaller sized face. That's just me, though. I think we know what HiT Toys liked. Now, another thing about Molly that you can't really tell from just looking at her, or maybe you can, is she's very strong. Probably the strongest out of my entire RC collection. And I think that's probably attributed more to her weight. Also, she has very nice traction tires that are still very much intact, so that helps. But she has a bit of weight to her, and that means she can normally pull whatever consist I throw at her. And then there's Percy, who is a lot lighter and can barely make it up Roller Coaster Mountain on his own. But yeah, at least I have Molly. See, she saves the day. She saves the day in a lot of ways. All right, so it kind of turns out I was wrong. As we can see, Molly is now about to go up Roller Coaster Mountain, and she is struggling on her own. Like that, I think it's because she's so long. Since she's a longer engine and so heavy, that combined, yeah. Will she even be able to get towed up Roller Coaster Mountain? Let's see. Let's give it a shot. Now, really quick, just to confirm, she has been coupled up to towed. She has fresh batteries. Her traction tires are just fine. Honestly, in better shape than James's and Percy's. So, let's see if this ends up getting any better this time around. All right, there she goes. We've got Toad. Looks like Toad's cheering her on. He's ready. One truck. Come on, Molly. Just one truck. It's one truck. Come on, please. Please. Come on. Come on. We have faith in you. All right, maybe if I just... There we... Did that... Anything? Come on. There we go. There we go. All right, yeah. So she's definitely strong. She can pull a bunch of freight cars at once. Just up any incline, you might have a couple or a few troubles. At least we have an inside line. And let's be honest, it's a Trackmaster. It's only natural or expected that something on it is a little goofy. Maybe there's a proportion that's a little off. It's a small price to pay for a remote control Molly, and I think it was worth it. You know, I really wish they made an Emily or more characters like this that were just a bit... Imagine an RC Edward. Would that not have been so cool? I mean, they could have at least got the wheelbase, as we could... You know, that's a different rabbit hole for another time. We'll talk about that later. Now, in terms of the controller, it's very much the exact same as everyone else's. It's largely yellow or color swapped for yellow from everyone else's to match Molly, and at the bottom it says her name. At the top here we have some different dials and I guess just detail to represent the steam engine itself, and the back here, this plays a whistle and this plays a Hit Toys Thomas theme, as we can see here. Please don't copyright claim me, YouTube. Yeah, that's basically what it does. And of course, as she goes, it plays a puffing and stopping sound, but that does come from the controller, or this little speaker area here. It does not come from the engine itself, so sadly the engine itself gives out no sound, except for the normal Trackmaster motor sound, but that's really not too big of an L. And here's a better look at that. It's pretty simple. The batteries for this thing go in here. I believe you need 3, just like you need for Molly, so 6 AAA batteries to power a single locomotive. It's a lot, I'm not gonna lie. Is it worth it? To me it is. Anything's worth it to get up Roller Coaster Mountain with a consist, but keep that in mind if you're ever wanting to pick up this model or any other RC Trackmaster model of this type in general. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think the only thing left to do is show you how she works in action. I think you know what that means.
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.